Hello everybody, my name is Thư. Today I'm so happy to tell you about a short conversation between two people, the man and the woman. Number one, the woman said to the man, she had just spoken to Adele the other day, and she said, and she and she told her about cross accident at work. The man agreed with her, and he said, cross hurt his back, um, and uh, and he was in bed then. Um, the doctor told her not to move unless absolutely necessary. The woman, the woman thought the floor had been wet, and the man had cleaned up right. After they had taken her to the hospital, the woman agreed with him. Number two, the man complained to the woman a lot of words in that report were misspelled, and he wanted to know if she had run through a spell check program before she given it to him to prove. Um, the woman was sorry about that, and she said she could spell check it real quick and reprint it. She said she would bring him a clean copy to look over. The man thanked him for that, and he suggested trying to pay a little more attention to details. The woman agreed with him. Number three, the woman thanked him for about the fact that he took her to the train station the day after, and um, and she said she would like to get there around noon. The man agreed with her, and he said that's were how hours before her train left. Um, and he wanted to confirm if she wanted to get there early. The woman agreed with him, and she said she would grab a quick lunch there. She suggested joining her. The man agreed with her. Number four, the woman said to the man, her boss told her if she had wanted to be promoted, um, uh, she had to she had to go to the local college and take some classes first. The man said that was an exciting opportunity. Mm, the woman agreed with him, and she said it seemed like um, a big investment of money and time. The man said it was worth her effort. Number five, the man said to the woman he needed to leave at 2:30 that day. The woman agreed with him, and she said, and sorry, as she wanted to know if that day was the day he was putting uh, his house of his house for sale. Mm, the man agreed with her, and she said um, and she said and sorry and he said he um, he had to sign all the papers that afternoon with a real estate agent. The woman agreed with him. Number six, the woman said to the man she had an old tie, and she said she would like to get rid of. She wanted to know if um, he would take it with him if she put it down with her trash. The man disagreed with her, and because they were limited the household refuse. The man subtracted, taking it to the dump herself. The woman replied to him, she will take it to the Thai store. She wanted to know if they would display for it to him to her. Um, Sorry, the woman wanted to know if they would dispose um, of it for her, and and if her if she pays them a little. The man said, stood herself. Number seven, the woman wanted to know if he saw the fire in the case yard Friday before. The man agreed with her, and he said the landscaper had been running brush. They had removed from the silot. As the woman, the woman replied to the man, she thought they hadn't the proper permit, and and she she said they had their for fortunate they had their fortunate the police hadn't signed hadn't signed them hadn't signed them for illegal burning. The man agreed with her. Number eight, the woman said to the man she had been buying the company's stocks as she could afford. The woman she said it were inexpensive right then, and she thought it had a bright future. The man replied to her, her chief financial officer had been fired, and the board of directors was looking for someone who can position um, who can position the company to be sold. The woman was surprised by that, and she thought she forgot about investing of time being, and and um, and worry about her job instead. The man agreed with her. Number nine, the man said to the woman he needed help with his finances. Um, the woman the woman suggested talking to her financial financial consultant, and because he really knew his business. The man agreed with her, and and he he thought he worked with some self-help books, and do it himself. She said, sorry, he said he could use he he could use some hands-on advice. The woman agreed with him. Number 10, the man said to the woman, those carnations was very nice. However, he was looking for a bouquet, uh, of pink roses. The woman replied to him, roses will keep in the coolest in back, and they had a lot of pink ones. The woman wanted to know the number of pink roses. Um, the man replied to her a dozen, and he said they were for his wife. The woman agreed with him. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.